This is problem 59 from assignment number 104, which comes from lesson 9.5. It's about card design. You are designing a gift card that has a border along one side as shown. So they're talking about that greenish, bluish area on the right-hand side. The area of the white part of the card is 30 square centimeters. The question we're supposed to answer is, what is the area of the border? Now the border, we can see, has kind of a width of 2 centimeters, but a height of S. We don't know how tall it is. So somehow we need to figure out what S is. All we have to go on is that the area of the white space is 30 square centimeters. So we're going to have to work with that to find S, and then we can figure out what the area of the border is. So let's start with the area of the white space. Well, it's a rectangle, and for a rectangle, area is just base or length times height. So let's put in what we know. The area is 30. The base is S, the quantity S plus 1, and the height is S. What can we do? We could do the distributive property. So let's do that. 30 equals S squared plus S. And if I set this equal to 0, I think I could factor and solve. So I'm going to subtract 30 from each side, which leaves me with 0 equals S squared plus S minus 30. So now what I have to think about is, how can I factor this? I am looking for factors of negative 30 that would add up to positive 1. Factors of negative 30 that would add up to positive 1. So I'm just going to think about factors of 30 first. 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 5 times 6. Now, as I look at my list, there's only one where I can think about something that I could add up that would have a sum of 1. If I had positive 6 and negative 5, positive 6 and negative 5 would add up to 1. So that's got to be my best option. Positive 6 and negative 5. So I'm going to factor the right-hand side into two binomials. S, I want positive 6 and negative 5. I can just quickly check that. If I multiplied that back out using FOIL, I'd have first S squared, outside negative 5S, inside 6S. That would add up to negative 5S plus 6S would be 1S. And last, positive 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. So I believe I have the correct factorization. So now I got to think about, if these two binomials multiplied equals 0, one of them has to equal 0. So that means S plus 6 could equal 0, or S minus 5 could equal 0. So on the left-hand side, S would have to be negative 6. On the right-hand side, S would have to equal 5. Now, since S is supposed to be a length of some sort, we can't use a negative number. So that eliminates negative 6. So it looks like S has to be 5. So I'm going to take that back to my diagram. If the height of this rectangle is S, then the area of the border, its length times width, would be S, which is 5 times 2. So its area is 5 times 2, or 10. And I believe we're measuring in centimeters. So 10 centimeters squared, or 10 square centimeters, would have to be the area of the border.